The secret of Assyrian greatness. Ashur is mentioned in the oldest Assyrian inscription known to us, that of Samsi Raman, 1850 BC, the priest-chief of Ashur, who ruled in the days when, as yet, the offices of king and high priest were undivided. Indeed, when the title of king had come into use around 350 years later, the monarchs of Assyria still retained the right to call themselves priests of the god Ashur, the entire faith in and dependence on their beloved deity. On part of these early Assyrian rulers is touching. They are his children, and rely wholly upon him, first for protection against their cruel enemies, the Kassites, and afterwards for the extension of the Assyrian Empire. No wonder, with such great faith to stimulate her, Assyria became great. Faith in her protection god was indeed the secret of her greatness. The enemies of Assyria are the enemies of Ashur. Her soldiers are the warriors of Ashur, and their weapons are the weapons of Ashur. Before his face, the enemies of Assyria tremble and are rooted out, like the oracle of the deep. He is consulted ocularly as to the making and conduct of war, and like Pazuzu, he is present on the battlefield. But the solitary nature of Ashur is remarkable. Don't forget, Pazuzu is the king of demons, one god with a legion within him, like Marduk and Ashur. In fact, the precursor too. Pazuzu is the possessing spirit. Originally, Ashur possessed neither kith nor kin, neither wife nor child, and the unnaturalness of his splendid isolation appears to have struck the Assyrian scribes, who, in an interesting prayer, attempted to connect their divinity to the greater gods of Babylonia, to find him a wife, ministers, a court, and messengers. A prayer to Ashur, the king of the gods, ruler over heaven and earth, the father who has created the gods, the supreme firstborn of heaven and earth. The supreme Mutalu, who inclines to counsel, the giver of scepter and the throne, to Nin-Lel, the wife of Ashur, the begetter, the creatress of heaven and earth, who, by command of her mouth, created the gods, probably. To Sin, the Lord of Command, the uplifter of horns, the spectacle of heaven. To the Sun God, here not named, the great judge of the gods, who causes the lightning to issue forth. To Anu, the Lord and Prince, possessing the life of Ashur, the father of the great gods. To Ramon, the minister of heaven and earth, the Lord of the wind and lightning of heaven. To Ishtar, the Queen of Heaven and the stars, whose seat is exalted. To Merodach, the Prince of the gods, the interpreter of the spirits of heaven and earth. To Adar, the son of Mol-Lel, the giant, the firstborn. To Nebu, the messenger of Ashur. To Nergal, the Lord of might and strength. Now to Pazuzu, who would be Amun, hidden. To the god who marches in front, the firstborn. To the 7 gods, the warrior deities, the great gods, the lords of heaven and earth. There is only one line I need to add to this. He was not taken. He was transferred. Maru took the container. Ashur is now the container.